We're in Tampa, the Sunshine State, inside the Yuengling Arena here in Tampa. It's week 2 of the Big 3 as we take a look at the updated standings. The enemies just got a victory. They're at the top of the league now, unbeaten. We got a couple of teams here looking for their first victory. Hello, everyone. Brian Custer alongside my partner, Jim Jackson. So let's talk about Tri-State, Trilogy. 2 teams here, both looking for their first victory. And we're going to see a guy who a couple of years ago was the Big 3 MVP in Kevin Murphy.
Well, Kevin Murphy, coming off injury, is able to now get back in rhythm. I mean, that's the whole thing about it. And I know he's talking to him before the game. He's just grateful that he's back in action playing basketball, because we saw what kind of player he was when he first got into the league. So 11 points, 5 for 17, trying to get his rhythm back. Let me tell you something. When he gets it going from outside, he's going to be tough to stop. We saw it with Jordan Crawford. We saw it with Joe Johnson. Individuals like himself are impossible to guard when they get it going.
Let's take a look at the rosters here. Of course, Tri-State, Jason Richardson, he is their captain. And for Trilogy, it's all about Earl Clark. But Isaiah Briscoe, their co-captain, is a walking bucket. He is the Big 3 leader right now in scoring.
Well, but we saw this before. He was absent last year in playing. So this is an adjustment period to kind of play back with Isaiah. The beauty about his game, he was so tough to stop once he got 2 feet in the paint. Used that big physical body to get inside and score. And Stack, 4th season, won 2 championships back-to-back. Again, Rick Mahorn won the first one in the inaugural season of the Big 3. And then my childhood idol, smooth as anyone that's ever played the game, Dr. J.
Let's take a look at the rules if you're new to the Big 3 here. And the thing about I love it, this is a fast-paced game. First team to 50 wins the game, but you got to win by 2. First team to 25, we go to the half. You got the 4-point shot, which always keeps you in the game. And you have to bring the fire rule. Listen, coach doesn't like a foul that's called. You can bring the fire, and those 2 players will go one-on-one for the points.
I tell you, we had a better rhythm in game 1. Not a lot of fouls. You saw jump shots going in early. You have 2 teams here who have scorers, who have shooters. Let's see the start. There's Briscoe.
Going downhill. Missed the layup, but Jason Richardson from the corner, no. The tip is no good, but it's Briscoe who comes away with the board. And Earl Clark knocks down the jumper.
One of the most versatile players in the Big 3. He can defend, guards, forwards, centers, score in the mid-range, and has the ability to stretch the court, as we saw right there in the last jump shot.
Here's Jay Rich, offensive glass. Murphy, count the bucket and 1.
Yeah, think about 2021 Big 3 Rookie of the Year. In 2022, Big 3 MVP, leading scorer, with 22 points, 25 points. I mean, this young man can put the ball in the basket. I'm glad to see that he's with a team, especially from a guard perspective, that kind of needed his talent.
Had 11 last week. Here's Briscoe again, getting downhill. This time he uses the left hand and lays it in.
Tough, man. He turns a corner. I mean, he's strong, lower body, has the elevation, but they can finish through some contact.
They're going to go inside. Mir Johnson missed the bunny. Clark, another triple. First one was just 2, so his first triple of the game. He's got 5. Murphy off the screen. Tried to get it inside to Richardson. They'll call that one on Isaiah Briscoe. Hey, make sure you go at Big 3 on X to watch games live on any connected device. Here's a look at the games that we got coming up on X as well. Three's Company and Bivouac coming up as soon as we're done. Murphy faces up. Richardson follows up, knocks down the jumper.
And smart play that time by Amir Johnson. That's that he couldn't get the full rebound, couldn't get it to grab it in, but he was able to tip it out. Jason Richardson able to step right in for a nice little 16-foot jump shot.
Briscoe in the paint. Here's Murph, knocked away by Earl Clark.
Telling you, one of the best in the game right here. And that time Murph had an opportunity. Once he spent back, watch the spin. But Earl Clark maintaining this defensive position, you really don't want to swipe down, but Clark confident enough that he could influence that play, able to do that.
Katie LaLanne, the new additions to the Big Three. They'll call that foul on Jay Rich. Clark will inbound for Trilogy. Up 2. First team to 25. We go to the half. Briscoe working on Murphy. Bodies him. Goes inside. And fouls called.
And see, the contrast between Isaiah Briscoe and Kevin Murphy is this. Murphy's going to give you the quickness. Briscoe is going to give you the physicality of a guard and make it tough on you to have to guard.
Briscoe shooting 1 for 2. Knocks it down. 4-point lead now for Trilogy. You might remember last season, Trilogy was going for a 3-peat. Won championships back-to-back. Jay Rich! Jumper smooth. Richardson had 8 and 11 last week. Briscoe again off the glass.
I'm telling you, when he turns the corner, not afraid of contact. And that was good defense by Johnson to get it up. And speaking of which, and that was that a 4? Is that the first 4?
That's the first 4 of the season by Kevin Murphy. Murph with the 4-pointer, and like that, Tri-State now up 1. And we said it at the top, that 4-pointer will keep you in the game. To the court, here's Scal.
All right, the best second half coach adjustment guy in the league is back.
Happy to be back, man. Good to see you, bro. Another year, another season. Shout out to Cube and Jeff. I'm back to build this dynasty some more.
And how much do you love to help your guys get over that hump?
I love it because, you know, I can't go out there and play the game and put my passion into it. So I got to try to put my passion and my love for the game into them. And the good thing about it, these guys are already dogs. I just got to take them off the chain.
All right. Well said. Then back to you guys.
Love it. Love it. Kevin Murphy knocks down the first 4 of the season, and it's Tri-State with a 1-point lead over Trilogy. It's the Big 3 here on CBS. Tri-State with a 1-point lead over Trilogy. The enemies got a victory before this game. We go into the hot mic room. And here's Elijah Stewart talking about that victory.
Another week, another W, man. Enemies in the building. It's a lot of hate going on this year. We got to fight for every game. Every game's a fight. Got to be better than by 15. Who do we play this week? We played Ghost Ballers. I'll be lying if I said it was anything else but easy. But I'll be respectful, you know. Good team. They probably gonna make playoffs, but we're in a different mode right now, man. It's a lot of disrespect, so we coming to play.
The only thing he did say was, they not like us. They not like us.
I mean, he do realize it's only 2 games. So he's in every game. But listen, you know how hard in any sport it is to repeat.
Yeah.
And so you got to find a different way to manufacture some energy and motivation in order to compete. And right now it seems like the enemy are coming in with a chip on their shoulder saying that we are not respected as the current champions.
Here's Kevin Murphy. Count the bucket and 1 for Murph. Tri-State now up 3.
Making a run. We're able. Tri-State able to withstand that run by Trilogy, but you see the benefit of having a healthy Kevin Murphy in the lineup. Listen, he scored 181 points in 2022 in the Big Three.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 1 point shy of the Big Three season single record by Joe Johnson.
Yep.
So that gives you an idea, a snapshot of the level of offensive capability that this young man had before his injury, and you can see a little bit of it now, early in this game.
Amir Johnson will have his seat. He'll get a rest. Henry Sims will check in as Murph completes the three-point play. Listen, the Big Three is coming in hot to a city near you. Go to big3.com/tickets for all the details. Baltimore next weekend, Newark coming there as well. Here's Jay Rich.
We got to get Snoop at the game, man.
Yeah,
and I'm talking about Snoop from The Wire.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right, Calvin Ford. I want to see you in the house next weekend. 4-point lead for Tri-State.
And I like how Tri-State settled in. I mean, Trilogy, Briscoe able to hit some early punches. Tri-State able to absorb that and then come back with their own run.
Here's Jay Rich. Rebound, Earl Clark. And he throws it away. Over 9,000 here inside the Yuengling Center, the arena. Sold out crowd come out here to Tampa to watch the Big Three. We'll roll into Baltimore next weekend. Oh, how about that? Good dime by Murph. Henry Sims lays it in.
An even better read by Sims not to just stay on the perimeter. He kind of piggybacked Murph, but he went baseline side, able to open it up because so much attention was drawn to Kevin Murphy. Beautiful pass.
9-0 run now by Tri-State. First team to 25. We head to the half. Murph, he's a thief, gets the steal. Sims lays it in. And I think Murph just hurt himself. He just called for a sub. Took a shot to the gut.
You know it got to be something when a player is rolling. He asked to come out the game.
Yeah.
Normally you try to walk that off. Let's see where the
that elbow.
The elbow right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, took that elbow to the gut. I think it just knocked the wind out of him.
Yeah, unintentional. Right there. You know it from calling boxing. It don't take much.
Don't take much, brother. Here's Earl Clark. 6-point lead for Tri-State. Again, first team to 25. We go to the half. Jay Rich drives, flips it up high off the glass.
When in doubt, put it up. And that time, Jay Rich actually drove it back in to some traffic. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, man. Able to knock that one in off the top of the backboard.
Jay Rich will complete the three-point play. Ray Nixon is in for Kevin Murphy. Nixon at 12 and 2 last week for Tri-State. Clark drives, misses, tipped it out. James White to Clark for three, short. They work it around the perimeter. Jay Rich hangs and scores. I mean, his game is timeless. Lead is 11 for Tri-State. Clark pulls, knocks it down.
Sometimes he just makes it look so easy. That size, but yet it's Tri-State. The ability here to get one more basket to take us to halftime. And Jay Rich
comes off. Sims battling for the board. Sims the follow, blocked.
And Roscoe Smith right there, able to come in on the backside. A good job by Sims to keep it alive. And Earl Clark got away with a foul on the back.
Clark reaches in. Sims gets the roll. And we head to the half. Tri-State up 26-15. Tri-State on an 18-4 run. And they will head to the locker room with an 11-point lead over Trilogy. To the court now, and Rachel D'Amito.
I'm here with Jay Rich. Your guys' defense looks so strong today. Is that something that you have focused on going into today's game?
It was absolutely a big factor. We're playing defense. It's a great offensively team with Earl and Briscoe and all those guys. So we knew we had to focus on defense. We know we got guys on the bench that can score. They on the team that can score. So if we can stop them, we can win this game.
How important is this win today, and what do you guys need to do to finish it out?
It's a must win. You can't go 0-2 in this league, especially this year being a tough league and new guys in. Guys coming back in shape, ready to play. Everybody got a chance to win a championship. But we got to continue to go out there and share the ball and play defense.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Well, Jay Rich, he's got double figures. He's got 10. And his team has got an 11-point lead over Trilogy. The second half when we come back. Hey, don't forget, coming up next, we move from the court to the beautiful golf course at the TPC River Highlands. Several of the top golfers of the PGA Tour tee it up at the Travelers Championship here on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus as we take a look at the leaderboard. And already been a record day there on the course. How about Cameron Young? Shot a 59, bro.
Come on.
A 59. Birthday boy Scotty Scheffler, he's right there at 12 under. Maybe Luca getting in some work too.
Get that work in at half court.
Brian Custer alongside Jim Jackson here at the half. Hey, how about Tri-State? You know, both these teams looking for their first victory. But, you know, last week, Kevin Murphy and Jason Richardson, I think they combined for 19 points combined last week. They've already got 20.
But if you listen to the halftime interview, Jason Richardson talked about defense because at the beginning of the game, Isaiah Briscoe was able to kind of get what he wanted. They kind of shut that valve down a little bit more. They concentrated on not taking bad shots, rebounding, and playing solid defense. Once they did that, the offense then took over, able to have 26 points at the half, up 11. Let's see if that trend continues in the second half.
Now time for the juiciest moment of the first half. It is brought to you by Simply Spiked, 21 and over, because it contains alcohol. Make sure you celebrate responsibly. How about Kevin Murphy? We got our first 4 of the season.
Yeah, welcome back, Murph. I mean, this is what he can do. And that's why he's such a difficult guard to kind of keep in front. And Tri-State with an excellent opportunity to score before half, and now they have the ball in the second half. And I really love how they run plays, especially isolate this side of the court.
Good defense by James White, who lays it in. Only member of the original Trilogy squad from the beginning, all 7 seasons, member of the Trilogy, the GOAT, James Flight White.
Yeah, and also he's a member of the coaching staff for Minnesota Timberwolves and Stack. Stephen Jackson with the adjustment, and speaking of that, Sims able to shoot the ball right over Isaiah Briscoe, starting James White in the second half. So it's critical to see you're down in the first half, things weren't going right. What adjustments do you make? One of them is putting the veteran James White into the starting lineup.
Here's Briscoe to James White. He can do that. Shoot that 3. Misses that one. Here's Murph working on Briscoe. Give him a little forearm. Briscoe reaches in, gets the steal. Tri-State gets it back. Here's Jay Rich. Step back 3. Jay Rich is money.
That's it. Overall, good defense. Briscoe on Murphy got out of his hands. Earl Clark, arm length, even less of Jay Rich. Challenged the shot, but that's just, once again, better offense by Tri-State, in particular Jason Richardson.
Challenges that shot by Earl Clark. Here's Murphy from the corner. White the board. To Briscoe, spins, forgot the ball. Murphy lays it in.
Easy money that time for Murph. And those are the kind of baskets that when you win games, you look at. When you lose games, you say, we turned the ball over a little bit too much and gave our opponent too many easy looks.
Jason Richardson, high scorer with 13.
Step back. And that move was all about creating space. Because he knew that Earl Clark at 6'9" had the length. He just needed an ounce of room to get the shot off.
Tri-State on a 7-0 run. There's a reach in by Isaiah Briscoe. First team to 50. You get the victory. You got to win by 2, though, in the Big 3.
Listen, you called it, Brian. End of the half, 18-4 run. Now it's a 7-4 run, so that's 25-8 in the last, 5 or 6 minutes. You close the half the way you're supposed to with momentum, and then you open the half. You got to still putting the pressure on your opponent, and that's what you're seeing right now with Tri-State.
And technical foul on Isaiah Briscoe. And so Kevin Murphy will go to the line shooting 1 for 2.
No frustration at time for Briscoe. And one thing you want to do when you try to fight back in the game is try to control those emotions. Because if you don't, now you have an opportunity to knock this in. And now Tri-State, let's see. The hold right there, James White did hold Sims. I don't know why he's arguing on that one. Maybe he's saying that Sims got him first. And now Tri-State has the possession back with a chance to continue to extend this lead.
Sims, fadeaway, no good. Here's Earl Clark with the rock. Working on Jason Richardson, and it's Jay Rich is a thief and dunks it home.
Stagnant, easy to guard that way. Jay Rich plucks it away. Another easy point inside for Tri-State, and not just a basket, the former dunk champ. Able to get the steal and then finish it inside with an easy dunk. Tri-State came out in the second half, focused on D, and now is paying off on the offensive end.
With a 20-point lead on Trilogy here in the second half. Let's take a look at our monster moments that we've seen so far today, Jim Jackson.
Well, first game, JC, Jordan Crawford doing his thing. But it wasn't he who hit the game winner. It was Isaiah Stewart, the potent backcourt combination. And for us, all at home, waiting, the anticipation. Finally, the first 4-point shot made. Welcome back, Kevin Murphy. Sure, he got some more in his pocket right here before this game is over. And out the timeout, Clark able to get a nice look. A much-needed 3-point shot. Stephen Jackson saying, listen, it's that simple. When we run our offense, we get shots.
Here's Murph inside to Sims. Yeah, Roscoe Smith on his hip.
I think one of the challenges, too, is that staying true to offense. There's offense that can be run within 3-on-3, and we got bring the fire.
Stephen Jackson challenging that foul call, so Henry Sims and Roscoe Smith will go one-on-one.
And I like this. You know why? You have a smaller guard. You have a guard basically playing against the center, and maybe he can use his quickness to keep Sims out of the lane, which negates the height. The further you are away from the basket, the better it is for the smaller, maybe not as strong opponent. So we'll see. And last year, defense, I think the vastly percent of the time, won the challenge here between this offense and defense when you had bring the fire.
So here's Henry Sims. Played his college basketball at Georgetown. Going up against Roscoe Smith in his first season in the Big 3. 10 seconds, 1-on-1. Sims drives on him, tries to body him, spins, shoots, it's short. Defense comes up big.
The advantage, again, Sims is able to cut Sims off on his initial dribble, which forced now Sims have to turn his back, which brings him a little bit further outside. So the height advantage is negated early if once Smith was able to force Sims to put the ball on the deck multiple times.
Here's Briscoe trying to capitalize. Missed it. Jason Richardson now with it. As for the screen, Sims sets it. Rolls. And they're going to call offensive foul on Sims.
Yeah, I think Sims put that big backside right there into the stomach of Earl Clark and walked him down the lane. And that's what the official saw. I didn't get a good view of it. I thought Sims had good position.
Doc's puzzled. Here's Earl Clark. The corner shot. Roscoe Smith no good. Murphy. Back rim. Smith, Earl stepping, scoring.
I like it. Long shot, long rebound, almost like a transition basket. That time Smith, no hesitation, got to clear the ball 2 feet behind, and then the middle of the lane was wide open. Earl step two. And Jay Rich.
Money. Jason Richardson. $40 points now for Tri-State. Roscoe Smith missed the bunny. Here's Jay Rich for three.
I had that one lined up too.
Turnover. Richardson. Oh, and the Sims. Oh, and he missed it.
What do we talk about? The turnovers. I mean, you turn it over, you disadvantage, a little miscommunication between Briscoe and Clark. Jay Rich on the attack, 2-on-1. Just make a play. I got the shot. You come help. I drop it off. Sims picks up the foul. Wanted the three-point play, but here at the free throw line, able to.
Oh, I missed it.
He missed it.
The thing about Tri-State, though, they were the only team to score under 40 points last week. And they had lost, but they got 40 already. Hey, next Saturday, we are headed to Baltimore. Week 3 of the Big 3. Live coverage begins at, once again, 1 Eastern here on CBS and streaming on Paramount+. Gotta bring the fire, Coach Challenge. And now we flip it.
Same two.
Same two. This time it's Roscoe Smith here. We'll have to go one-on-one against Henry Sims. The Doc brings the fire.
The same premise for Sims, force Smith to use multiple dribbles to get to his shot.
Working on the big man. Did he call the foul? Or did he knock it out? Oh, it's a good defensive play.
No, foul right there. That's a foul.
Yeah, he caught the foul.
And actually, Sims didn't have to reach. You got Smith going to his left. He has to shoot back with his right hand. So guess what? His right hand is going to be right into your body where you can contest. So you really didn't have to, swipe down and commit that foul.
Point for Trilogy. Here's Murph. Giving it to Jason Richardson with 3 on the shot clock. Turn, spins, in and out. Smith, air ball, blocked by Briscoe as Jay Rich tried to follow it up.
A lot of action. You had the contest on Smith by Sims. That comes up short. Jay Rich could have had an easy one, but Isaiah Briscoe didn't give up on the play, forcing Tri-State to take it out underneath.
Big Henry. And here's Briscoe. Picks his pocket and lays it in.
Beautiful. He read that all the way. I mean, that time Sims was so locked in on the one-on-one opportunity, Briscoe was able to come in and take his candy.
Gonna take a little 30-second timeout. Tri-State 10 points away from victory. 40-25 is our score. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Tampa. Week 2 of the Big 3. Tri-State on top of Trilogy 40-25. First team to 50 wins the game. You got to win by 2. And thus far, Tri-State getting it done with defense. And Jason Richardson, game high scorer so far with 18 points.
But Tri-State running more offensive sets. It doesn't seem like it at times because you end up in a one-on-one situation. That's because they've caused a mismatch. And Steven Jackson, when they came out of a timeout, and Earl Clark able to knock it in, talked about that.
All right, Scal, he's with the head coach of Trilogy, Steven Jackson.
Real quick, I just want to know the message.
Keep playing. Game ain't over. Triplets was up last week, 20, and they end up losing. So I think we got the team and the dogs to fight back in this game and try to find a way to win it.
All right, thanks, Jack.
Steven Jackson, he coached Trilogy to back-to-back championships a couple of seasons ago, looking to work that same magic with his squad.
And Amir Johnson back in the game for Sims, Henry Sims, who I thought did a fantastic job of using that big body to carve out space, get some offensive rebounds. And this is a play on isolation for Murphy on the post.
Murph, it's short. Here's Earl Clark, open 3 from the corner. Drives in, banks it home. Chipping away is Trilogy.
Yeah, good defense that time. Tried to get a post-up Murphy on Briscoe was probably not the smartest play because Briscoe can defend with that strength in his lower body.
Jay Rich lost it, got it back. Here's Murph with 3. Murph throws it up. The tip in by Jason Richardson.
A lot of contact on that Murphy drive. I thought maybe it was a push-off, but the official on the baseline didn't call it, benefited Tri-State with Jason Richardson able to put it back in.
Isaiah Briscoe now with the rock. Look, leading scorer right now in the Big 3. Had 25 last week, just 8 thus far. Here's Earl Clark. Lane kicks it back out to Clark. The 3 is good. Lead is 12. Tri-State 8 points away, though, from victory. Here's Murphy. Driving. Dumps it off. Amir Johnson. Playing against his former squad.
But that's an example. We go back to this last 3 by Earl Clark. Good contest by Murphy. But the offensive possession, another example of the pick and roll for Tri-State. Now that you're able to send either Sims down the lane or Amir Johnson for deep post-up position. So if you don't have a shot, you got a mismatch, i.e. a shot or this time a foul.
Johnson misses. Here's Trilogy now. They're on a 9-2 run. Lane working on Murphy. Did he walk? He did. Took an extra step.
He being polite, couple. It's a couple. And here's his advantage. As a big right there, man, he walked back to the hotel, bro. That one right there. He said, I don't need a ride, I'm good. But sometimes you can't try to power a smaller guy. Just go.
Yeah.
You're trying to pound, but then your balance is off. You pull back and you travel. Then you almost gave up a 4-point shot that time for Jay Rich.
Here's Isaiah Briscoe working on Amir Johnson. Drives the baseline. Oh, gave him a little shove to create space and draws the foul.
That we talked, Murphy drove and gave Briscoe a shot. This time Brisk returned the favor slightly. No, that was on Amir Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
So he gave big fella.
Yes.
Get a little elbow.
Get off me.
You got to
finish it up.
How important are your free throws?
Got to finish it up.
Finish your food.
There you go. And Jay Rich makes him pay.
Yeah, finish your food, man. That time you miss it, get an opportunity to cut into the lead. More importantly, you set your defense.
And now Tri-State just 6 points away from victory. Here's Isaiah Briscoe. Step back. It's good.
Can Trilogy get enough stops? That's the question. Can you get enough stops to allow your offense to get you back in this game?
Here's Murph. Tried to get it inside. There's a stop and a score for Trilogy.
Down 10.
Here's Steven Jackson yelling at his crew, one play at a time. Murphy comes off the screen. In the paint, it's short. Rebound to Trilogy. Steven Jackson's going to call a timeout, give his guys a quick rest. 10-point lead for Dr. J's team Tri-State over Trilogy. Make sure you go to BIG3 on X to watch the games live on any connected device. Soon as we're done, Three's Company and Bivouac, 2 unbeatens, 2 teams that could really win the championship as well. Jason Richardson has been the man here. Game high score, he's got 22.
He beat you in so many different ways. Here's on the defensive end, still showing that he has a little bop in his step, and then on the drive, the kiss off the top of the backboard, and then you stretch out the defense a little bit, show him your range on the step back 3. Jay Rich, last week, only 3 of 11, 8 points, 0 for 6 from behind the 3-point line. Not the case this afternoon. 8 rebounds with 22 points, 9 made field goals, and 3 of those 9 out from behind the 3-point line.
Here's Earl Clark, pull up. Yes, Earl Clark. All of a sudden, the lead is single digits, and Trilogy now on a 9-2 run.
And beautiful play out the timeout by Jackson, Steven, to get Earl Clark isolated up top to use that to his advantage. But again, you run an offensive sets. You're able to get the mismatch you wanted in the play you wanted. A lot of times you may not make the shot, but do you get the opportunity to get the shot you want, and that time able to capitalize?
Here's Jay Rich for 3, no good. Rebound, Briscoe. Briscoe drives the baseline, looks. 10 on the shot clock. Clark kicks it out. Open 3, Smith, in and out. Here's Jason Richardson now to Murphy. Looking to close. Murph turns, it's blocked. Smith has it knocked away and foul.
I want to tell you about that post-up. That one, you got to pull it back out, then attack Isaiah Briscoe off the dribble. You're not going to post him up. This is just really good defense. He got a piece of the arm, but better defense on that side. And Tri-State kind of getting out of their offensive rhythm. Give credit to Trilogy for tightening up their defensive pressure, forcing Tri-State to kind of settle for a lot of contested jump shots instead of getting those easier baskets we saw late in the first half and beginning of the second.
Trilogy in the bonus, but they missed it. As you talk, you got to hit those free throws.
Well, you hit it because in the bonus, you score the free throw and you get the basketball back.
Sims, nope. Here's Clark. A 3 would really make this thing interesting. He drives and scores off the glass.
But that made it just more interesting. Even though it's 2, now you're at a 2-possession game with your defense getting the kind of stops on a consistent level that Coach Steven Jackson was preaching.
He said, give me a stop right here. Here's Richardson spinning in the lane, fades, no, rebound Clark.
Yeah, and that time Briscoe may have got away with it.
Did he step out of bounds? Yes. He did.
Well, maybe things equaled out because Jay Rich got hit on the arm. That time, Earl Clark, so anxious to get his feet set and shoot that behind the line, didn't pay attention and gave it up. And
Murphy rolls out. Sims to Murph. Pulls up, got it. Tough shot.
Tough, man. Tough. Roscoe Smith was right in his grill, and that time Kevin Murphy, all you needed was just a little space, that window right here. That step back cleared the space, puts him 2 possessions away, or 1 possession with a 4-point shot from closing the deal in their first win.
Briscoe draws the foul on Murphy. This will be key if he can knock down the free throw. That's 2 points. you get the ball back again because they're in the bonus.
That's a 2-possession game with the 3-point line in effect, 40-46. If that's the case, if that scenario happens, and why not attack right back right away? Oh, they stopped it.
Knocks it down. No, I made the shot. He said, no, we weren't ready. Got it. Lead is 6, but Trilogy gets the basketball again.
Smart play is this. Drive again. Force the official and your guy at the guard you. If you get fouled, you get to the free throw line because you're in the bonus. A smart play putting Briscoe on the block. Drive it.
Briscoe has it blocked. Got it back. Goes up again. Draws the foul. He'll go right back to the line.
The officials allowing the physical play. Isaiah Briscoe stopped, hesitated for a moment. Right there, good defense, able to get it back. Didn't get the foul, but immediately he went right back on the attack. That's just a smart, intelligent move by Isaiah Briscoe.
First team to 50 wins, but you got to win by 2. Trilogy was down 20. They've gone on a 10-2 run. Steven Jackson working those officials. Briscoe left it short. Here's Jay Rich. A 4 would win it. Briscoe knocks it away.
I mean, the defensive intensity last 3 minutes to 4 minutes by Trilogy is something that you want to set the table with early, but better late than never. 4 seconds here on a shot clock for Tri-State.
Dr. J's squad up 6. Both teams looking for their first victory of the season. Here's Murphy. Murphy for 4. The win! No! Here's Sims. Richardson for 3. Yes!
Didn't need it, but you take it. You know what I'm saying? Good offensive. Sims has been doing this all afternoon. You secure the offensive rebound. Rich does the rest.
Briscoe, no good. Here's Jay Rich for the win. No, Briscoe.
Hit the rim. It hit the rim.
Touch the rim.
It hit the rim.
And if so, that'd be a violation.
Yep.
It'll go to Tri-State.
A mental error right here with Isaiah Briscoe as it caroms right there.
Yeah, did nick that front of the rim.
Yeah.
So it'll be Tri-State basketball. And they will inbound, looking at point game. Murphy, turn around, but fouled by Briscoe.
But you notice that time he didn't try to back Briscoe down. He went for a quick move. That's his advantage. So you get fouled, you get a chance to win this from the free throw line.
Here's Murph. Shooting 1 for 2. Down 9. Murphy. A free throw to win it. Got it. Tri-State victorious over Trilogy.